I know. I am your host, Tipa Genze. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Grew up in Coon Rapids. It's a suburb, northwest suburb. Now I live in St. Anthony. It's kind of like a city suburb. Been out here my entire life. Hey, if you are from Minnesota, drop some ones in the chat. If you aren't, right, you're not as cool. But let me know where you guys are calling in from. All right, let me know where you guys are calling in. Not as cool, you know what I'm saying? But I might be a little partial. Marissa, you're about to be here tomorrow, so don't even act like that. Cool. We got the Wisconsin squad. I know we got the Colorado squad in here. We might have some Australians in here. Trinidad, love that. Cool. Hey, so if you guys are co-hosts, please just, have some be admitting the people that are coming in so I don't have to handle that and I can kind of get to it. All right. So, all right, guys. Tonight we have a lot of exciting things to share. For me, I know I have a lot of information that I want to convey to you guys. And I basically, guys, I am very, very, very privileged to be here. I'm going to explain a little bit more about myself. Okay, but I really take it as a privilege to be on this call and being able to speak to you guys and hopefully providing some value. Okay, I know that there's a lot for me to learn in general. And all of us in here have different experiences, different levels of expertise in different fields, right? So what's beautiful about us all being here, all of us being in a community is that we can all learn from each other. Okay. But the things that I'm going to be talking about tonight, guys, if you want to be winning in this business, right? If you want to be succeeding, leveling up, right? Elevating your life, okay? I need you need to take notes on this call, okay? Not just me, but also the next speaker, right? We're going to be just giving a whole lot of value in the things that we are also experts in. All right. So if you don't have a notebook out, guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about my story. You don't need to write too many notes on that, but I'm going to get into a lot of technical things. I'm going to get into a lot of sauce, too much sauce, right? And I don't want you guys to miss too much of it. All right. What I've learned been 4 years that I've been in this industry is that note takers are indeed money makers. All right. And guys, some of you are going to know what I'm talking about. You've heard it before, right? I don't care if you think that you know it. If you can't teach it back to me, if you can't teach it to the people that you want to be helping, right? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You don't really know the information if you aren't able to also teach others and empower others. Okay, guys. So, for those of you that are new to the team, right? Maybe this is your first leadership call. Maybe this is the first thing that you've, plugged into since you've started, right? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the best team, to the best company in the entire world, right, guys? The mission here is for all of us to help each other grow as fast as possible, as effective as possible, in the most, ethical, in the most fun way possible as well. Okay, guys, I can tell you just from my experience being in this industry, right? It's not always fun, but if you just show up every single time, right, guys? When you're doing business on your own, it can be very, very lonely, right? Business is not easy, especially if you're going into it with minimal skills and minimal experience. And that's probably a lot of you on this call, right? But the beautiful part is that we are here together, right? And if as long as you show up, you might hear something that takes you to the next level, right? You might hear something that you needed to hear to pick up your day, right? And finish off the night strong, right? You might hear something that helps someone very, very close to you in your life change their life forever. All right. So tonight it's not going to be a call on trading, right? If you guys thought it was going to be a call on trading, I'm sorry, right? We have calls almost every day throughout the entire week, right? In Minnesota, we have team training events, trading events in person at my own house, right? From 11 to 1 every single Saturday, right? So just so you know, right, we trade, right? We trade throughout the entire week, okay? Tonight, these leadership calls, right? These Tuesday night leadership calls are mainly for those that want to come on, learn some things about mindset, leadership, business building, right? And want to take all those things to the next level, all right? We're going to be talking about some skills, okay? But before I get into a lot of those skills, guys, what you need to understand is that just showing up, right? The baseline benefit of you guys being here is that it's going to help you elevate and refine your mindset. Okay. Your mindset, guys, in my opinion, is so much more important than your skill set level. Okay, guys, so much more important than your skill set level because in order for you to develop skills, right, it takes time. Okay, and throughout that time and repetitions that you're going to be, refining those skills in, there's going to be a lot of obstacles. There's going to be a lot of rejection, right? A lot of objections. And if you don't have the mindset to get through it, right, you're not going to last. And the ones that last, they're the ones that win. Okay, as simple as that, guys. Anybody, no matter how adept you are to learning, right? No matter how fast you learn certain concepts, right, guys? You will eventually progress and eventually learn if you put in the reps and put in the time into it, right? So, guys, just a little sidetrack, right? If you guys are at this level that you're at right now, and it's not a part of your regular routine to do personal development, right? You need to implement that as soon as possible. Okay. You can't just rely on these calls, right? And these calls help a lot, right? Helping you shape your mindset, helping you learn certain skills. Okay. But in order for you to get to your levels of success that you can achieve, that we can all achieve, you need to implement that personal development on a regular basis, right? Whether it's 10 pages out of a book, whether it's 30 minutes, you do some journaling, whatever you need to do, right, for your own mind is going to gear you up for long term. Okay. We're not just here to get rich quick. Okay, guys, that's not what we're here to do. We're here for sustainability, longevity, to also get rich, right? If that's your goal, right? To get wealthy, right? Together. Okay. And in order to do that, you need to be prepped for all the trials and tribulations that are going to be coming inevitably, right? Along your way. Okay. But when you shift your mindset, when you shift your perspective, right? Instead of thinking things as things that are in your way, you start to look at things that are an opportunity to grow, right? There are always things that are opportunities to grow, right? And once you look at it like that, guys, it gets real, real fun. Okay. Especially because we're doing it together. All right. So, like I said, this isn't about trading. I'm going to, so you guys can understand me a little bit better, how I got here, right? So, I grew up in Minnesota. Okay. Both of my parents, they're both immigrants, right? So they weren't born and raised here like I was. And I'm very, very grateful that I'm here. My dad, he was born and raised in India. My mom was born and raised in Nepal, right? My dad, he dropped out of school when he was 14, went to the army to go help feed his family, right? They were very, very, very poor. My mom, when she was 16, 17, she would take trips to Switzerland from Nepal, right? And it's not like they were very affluent, they were doing all right, but for that area and for that time period, she took over her family's business when her dad passed away and she would go to Switzerland and she would take products that her family was selling through their business, and what was supposed to take her like 3 months to go sell and um, uh, what's it called, get regain the inventory that's needed, she did it in 1 month, right? So moral of the story is that I grew up with some of the hardest working people that I know, right? And they're both very entrepreneurial. So they met in Minneapolis, and I came to be, but I grew up and I'm really grateful that I didn't have to worry too much about money, right? I saw how hard they worked. But because I know what they were able to achieve, my dad, he scaled his business just selling sunglasses and phone cases. He scaled it to six figures, right? My mom, she was working one, two jobs at all times and also taking care of the kids, right? And this is what I grew up seeing. But for me, I also never really had too much trouble in school. I got good grades, I got along with people, I did well in sports, right? So, like growing up, I believed I was capable of achieving whatever it is that I put my mind to, right? That was my firm, firm belief, and it still is to this day, right? And but the thing is, I'm privileged enough to be born in a place where there's limitless opportunity. Okay, so but the thing is, I grew up, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was a little bit lazy, right? And there's still those tendencies here and there, but it's because things became pretty easy to me, right? So I was always like, okay, well, I know I'm capable of achieving whatever. And I have two younger sisters, and I also have a leadership role in my family. So I've always just wanted to take care of my family. But more importantly, I wanted to have a big, big positive impact on the world. Right. And that's what was been taught to me from a young age. And so I've been looking for a vehicle, right? Something that, will give me purpose, that will achieve or help me achieve these things that I, really, really uh hold near and dear to my heart, right? And so it was never just about the money, but you need money in this economy, in this world, right? So how can I find a vehicle to where I can help a lot of people on the way up, right? Well, while also being able to sustain myself and also be able to free my family, right, guys? There's a lot of different definitions for financial freedom, okay, guys? But I would never, ever, ever say that I'm financially free if my parents still have to worry about bills, right? If my siblings aren't able to take care of themselves, and then I can't provide value to, the people around me, right? And that's my own definition of financial freedom. But there's a lot of different vehicles out there to make money. What can give me the vehicle that I need to achieve those certain criteria, right? So when I was 16, right, I found out about trading and investing. Okay. Well, I knew investing was a thing, right? But day trading was like, wow, this is amazing. Right. I went to an in-person event that my friend invited me to. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to, do anything with it at the time because I was too young. Right. Fast forward 2 years later, I see this dude named Josh popping up on my Snapchat story. I didn't know who he was, right? But I knew I was old enough to do trading, right? And it was in the back of my head for those 2 years. And I saw that he was doing a lot of cool things, and it seemed like he was helping a lot of people, right? And he was. So I swiped up on a Snapchat story. I said, "Look, I know the deal, right? Let's just hop on a call. Let me hear what you got going on." Okay. And as you guys can see, he's on this call now. The call went really, really well. Okay. So we've been partnered up along with some other people on this call for about 4 years now. And it's been an amazing, amazing journey, right? I started to learn how to trade, okay, guys, because this is a skill. Once you master it, right? Or once you get good at it, you only do it 5 to 10 hours a week. You can do it anywhere, anytime in the world, right? There's nobody telling you what to do. All you have to do is click a few buttons, right? You just need Wi-Fi. Okay. So I'm like, okay, well, if this actually works, then it's a no-brainer, right? This is a skill that everyone should have then, right? So then I was also introduced to the business opportunity side of things, right? And I knew it was a thing, and I never took it very, very serious, right? Building your own team, right? And this is a model where the more people you're able to introduce to this, and the more people that you're able to help find success, right? For our certain thing is trading and investing, right? Or building a business, the more success that you will have in return, right? And like I was saying before, guys, that's exactly what I've been looking for my entire life, right? This vehicle right here. Okay. But in order for me to do that, right, first, I was 18, I was mature, but not very serious about like finding success and becoming a millionaire right there and then. Okay, so I had a lot of faults, and this is part of the journey, right? Didn't have those skills that I needed to reach those certain levels that I'm capable of achieving either. Okay, so at first it was more about the charisma, it was about some enthusiasm, some influence that I had with my friends, and I'm like, guys, let's get rich together, right? Wanna let me show you what I've been working on, and I built up teams to up to 20 people, right? A couple times. They all fell. And I'm like, what's going on? Right? What's going on? I can't sustain a team. Is it my fault? Is it the company? What is it? Right? And turns out, guys, it was completely on me. Okay. The reason for that, guys, the reason why I failed those times, right? And I'm very, very grateful I did, is part of the journey. Okay. And the reason why we're here is so someone like me or the other people that are going to be speaking on these calls, they can help guide you through or help you avoid these certain mistakes that you don't need to be making. And sometimes you could be hard-headed just like I was and not listen to what other people are saying. And then you'll just find out the hard way, right? But for me, guys, what I learned is that the reason why most people don't succeed, right, is because they're not learning the proper skills that they need in order to succeed, right? They don't have the proper systems they need in order to succeed, right? It doesn't matter what your goals are, guys, right? It doesn't matter how far you think that you can achieve. And I'm telling you, you can achieve those levels, right? But what really matters, what will really get you there, right, are those skills, right? Those level of skills that need to correlate with the level of income, whatever it is that you want to achieve or impact, right? And the systems need to correlate with that level of income or the level of impact that you like to achieve. Okay. So those two things, right? And those systems and those skills, right, guys? Those are the things that we teach, right, throughout the entire week. We have resources and you need to put in the work. Okay. Showing up is just the baseline, right? You guys hopping on this call is just the baseline, right? How many people are taking notes on this call right now? Right? That's the next level, right? How many people are going to go and apply the things that I'm going to be talking about on this call, right? That's the next level, right? How many people are going to be doing that on a consistent basis for the next 90 days, right? That's the next level, okay? And if you can do that, and if you can last long enough to learn these skills and have your level of skills and level of systems correlate with the level of income and the level of impact that you want to achieve, right? That's when things really start changing. Okay. And I'm telling you guys this from experience, right? I'm just messed up a lot of my time because I wasn't taking these concepts very seriously, right? I didn't even understand these concepts for a long time. Okay? And so I'm telling you, you're gonna save yourself a lot of hardship, a lot of heartbreak, right? And a lot of mental fortitude, right? You're gonna gain a lot of mental fortitude if you just take these two concepts very, very seriously. Okay. So um, what I'm going to be teaching now are some skills and some systems that we use in this business, right? This business is called network marketing, right? And these systems are so simple. Okay, guys, this business is so simple. I'm telling you, right? This is a business where you guys all paid $150 to start, right? It's completely optional, by the way. If you don't want to be building the business, if you don't want to be, helping other people because maybe you don't feel like you can help other people, guys, this is a limiting belief. Okay, guys, just because you're not making money from trading yet doesn't mean you can't go and introduce these things to other people, right, guys? Don't make a decision for them. Okay. This is something where I'm telling you, right? This is a skill where people need to learn this skill, right? It's something where you can go in for $150, right? Do the math for a whole year, how much that costs. You compare that to a college education, right? You compare that to a job the income that you can make to a job, right? The college education route, the amount of money and time that you have to invest into that versus the outcome that you can gain from it, you're not even guaranteed a job, right? You're making 40 to 30, $80,000 a year on average, right? Some people less, and there's no scalability, right? Maybe in 10 years, you're going from 80K to 90K, right? What kind of life is that, guys? This is stable, right? But do you guys want stable or do you guys want wealth? Right? Or do you guys want freedom? So if your goals align with wealth and freedom, you need to be doing the proper things, right? You need to have the proper systems and vehicles in order to achieve those goals, right? So I'm going to explain a system here, right? It's called iPad, right? And we teach this, and it's very, very, very simple. I'm going to break through it real quick, and then I'm going to go into my focal points of what I want to be talking about for this specific call. All right. So iPet, right? Take this, write this down, okay? It stands for, it's IPET, okay? The I stands for inviting, okay? The P stands for presenting, okay? You need to invite to a presentation, okay? The E stands for enrolling, all right? Once you presented the information, if they do want to get started, guys, right? Then you have to enroll them properly. So then you give them the best chances for success. Okay. These are your responsibilities, right? As a business owner. And then for the T, okay, guys, this is when it gets real, real crazy. The T is training, right? You need to train your person that has been enrolled how to invite, how to present, right? Or just at least give them the resources, how to enroll properly so they can give their people the best chances of success, right? And then how to train their people to do all those things as well. Okay. And if you can master those 4 steps, guys, you are completely independent and dependable in this business. Okay. And what's really, really amazing about this business, guys, is that it's all on you, right? For some people, that's the worst thing, right? That's the worst thing in the world, right? But for those that really, really want to go get it, right, guys, that's the best thing. Nobody is your boss, right? And what's beautiful about us being here together as a community, right? If you look at it, this space versus like a corporate world, right? In the corporate world, right, you have a similar structure in business, right? But everyone's fighting for these different positions, right? There's, you want to be a regional manager or CFO, whatever it is, right? To get to that next level, you have to fight with a bunch of people to get to that level, right? And there's less camaraderie because of it. People are gatekeeping, people are backstabbing, right? What a terrible, terrible environment to be in. For me, if I'm in my work environment, right, guys, I would much rather be in an environment where everyone is empowering each other. Okay. And the thing is, like I said, everyone has value that they can provide, right? This is a team, okay? Team stands for together, everyone achieves more. Okay, guys, so give your 2 cents, right? Provide your value that you can provide. I know there's a lot of people on this call, right? They may not know all the different techniques or how to build this business or how to be the best leader possible, right? But what do? They type in the chats, they ask questions, they engage, they show up, right? All these little things matter. Okay, guys, because we all come in here, right, with a certain level of skills and expertise. Okay, so that's why your timeline for achieving certain goals, right, to achieving certain levels, they all look different, right? Of course, it's going to look different, right? That doesn't mean one person is better than you than the other. It just means that it might take a little bit more time for you. Okay, but at least we're all working to get to those levels together, right? So what I really want to be focusing on, guys, with those systems, right? I'm not going to get into it too much with the entire iPet, that 4-step system, right? What I really want to focus on is the I part. Because what's another beautiful thing about this business, guys, is that you don't need to master all 4 steps in order for you to make money, right? All you need to do is to be able to invite people properly to see the information. Okay. You just need to invite people properly to see the information, the presentation, right? And you can make money, right? So basically, guys, this technique that I'm going to be teaching you, okay, this is essentially all you need to get to $3,000 a month, right? Or however much you want to achieve. But once you assume more responsibility and you learn how to operate those certain steps in the system, right? Then you can have more ownership of your own business, right? You don't have to rely on anybody else. Okay, so let me get right into it. All right, so with the inviting process, right? The most important concept is that when you are talking to people about this business, right? The fact of the matter is, guys, people tend to fear what they don't understand. Okay. And a lot of people don't understand this business or trading or investing, right? So you need to provide the information in the proper order, right? In the proper process. Okay, so when you're telling people about this business, right, you don't say, oh yeah, we have this app that, there's educators and we trade in the financial markets and they teach us this and they're really, really good and they send signals in the app and then you can click a button and it'll take a trade for you. And then you can actually tell other people and you can get a free membership. And then, actually, if you go beyond that, you can make, $3,000 a month. You can stop, right? Just vomit it all over them. Okay. You don't want to do that, guys. You're gonna scare them. Okay. I would be scared if someone approached me like that. I'd be like, what the hell's going on? Right. When you're providing this information to people, right, you need to have the mindset of wanting to educate them, right? You and then you go through enough numbers of, providing the information to people, right? Or funneling them to the information, there's going to be people that want to get started, right? For $150 a month. There's a reason why we're all on this call, right? There's a reason why we all started. So there's other people out there that need this information as well. Okay. But don't do them a disservice by having the improper skills and you doing like presenting the information in a way where they're going to be scared off, right? So there's a few ways of in getting them to the information. All right. One of them is a Zoom presentation, right? We have one every single night at 9 o'clock, right? A Zoom presentation. You have them hop on the call, right? They see the information and they make a decision on whether or not they want to do it. Okay. Now your skills are going to come in on, okay, after the presentation, what are your closing skills like? How good are you at all that, right? And what you also need to understand is that on average, it takes about 5 to 7 exposures for someone to make a decision to do something, right? 5 to 7. There's different ways to expose them to the business though, right? You have the Zoom presentation. You have a one-on-one presentation. You can do that in person. You can do that over Zoom, right? You have a three-way group chat that you can make, right? With the person that got you started, or the person that can present, or the person that has had success in this, right? Or the person that can relate to the person that you're introducing the information to, right? All those different mediums, right? You can connect them to them, right? Be like, hey, I have a mentor, right? He's been doing this like 8 years, and he's had so much success in it, and he's actually helped like thousands of people, make money online, right? If I got you connected with them, would you want to hop on a call, right? If they're talking about, oh, um, you're having a conversation with someone and then they're talking about, oh yeah, I do this for work, and they're like, oh, I hate it. And then I ask them like, oh, well, I mean, are you looking for something else to do? Right. And they're like, I mean, depends on what it is. Right. And I'll be like, well, I mean, what do you do with your money that you make right now? Do you invest it? They'd be like, no. I'm like, why not? And they'd be like, I say it in a way where it's like, why aren't you doing it? It's a no-brainer to be investing your money, to be trading your money, right? And then they're like, oh, well, I don't know what you got going on. Okay. And I might just be like, well, I mean, I know how important making your money work for you is, right? Getting your money, having your money, making more money is. And I'm partnered up with a few people, some friends of mine, and they've been teaching me how to do that at a very, very high level. If I got you connected with them, would you want to hop on a call? Right? Or you just throw them in a group chat. Okay. There's lots of ways to go about that, right? And I'm getting a little sidetracked. And actually I'm going to announce a few things that are going to help you guys, and it's a little more organized so you guys can learn the proper skills, right? There's lots of different mediums. So let me get back on track with this. So you have the three-way group chats, right? And then you have an in-person event. Okay. I know we're coming from all different places, right? If you don't have a weekly in-person event going, right, at your at your location, right, you are missing out. You are leaving so much money on the table, right? And it's not just money, right? If your goal is impact, think about it, right? Like, who would someone rather listen to, right? Someone that's just texting them on Instagram, someone that they don't know, and they're just like, oh, watch this video, see what you think, let's talk afterwards, and you're just still texting them. They don't know who you are really. They don't know if you're even a real person, right? Or if it's someone you're friends with, or you just met at the office or whatever it is, and you tell them, oh, come to this networking event, come to this investing mastermind, right? And they come and see in person, like, all 50, 100 people, even 5 people, right? And then you have someone explaining the information properly. You're able to shake hands, right? You're able to feel their energy, right? You're able to feel their energy, and you see other people also partaking in this, right? So it raises their level of belief. Okay, guys? When people don't make a decision to get going, oftentimes, guys, it stems from their level of belief, right? They either don't believe in you, they either don't believe in the company, they either don't believe in the products or services, right? So with these exposures, right, you also need to understand and be aware of their level of belief, right? And what's going to get them to that level of belief that they need in order to make a decision. Okay, guys. And before I get into the next topic, just because someone doesn't get started, right? You don't want them in your business anyway, right? Why would we want someone in our business, in our community that doesn't even want to be here, right? Everyone on this call, we want to be here, right? And it's the most beautiful, beautiful thing. But if you go about this business in a genuine way where you're trying to help people and your skills also correlate with that, right? You have the proper skills where you're actually able to help people and they feel that, right? Then oftentimes they'll have no problem introducing you to someone that they feel like would be more interested in doing something like this. Okay, guys? So that's another level of this business that you need to be aware of. Okay. It's like, oh yeah, that's cool. You don't want to do this, right? Do you know anybody else that's ambitious, money motivated, entrepreneurial, right? Wants to make money online? Right? Oftentimes it's like, of course they know someone, right? They might not tell you if they don't really like you or anything like that, but it's like you have to, you have to ask. Okay. And if your skills are at that level and your energy is at that level, oftentimes you'll get that conversion. Okay. So the main reason for this call that I wanted to talk about, guys, is that we have events going on everywhere, right? We got events set up in Minnesota. We have events set up in Wisconsin. We have events set up in Colorado, right? And this is going to take all of our businesses to the absolute next level, right? Shout out my guy Ryan. We got a church event set up for this Monday in Minnesota, right? Everyone in Minnesota, we're gonna be there. And we're gonna invite so many guests there, right? 100% capacity event space. And we're gonna have all the top leaders there. We're gonna be doing a presentation, right? It's gonna be a great, great, great time, right? And the conversion rate is gonna be amazing. Okay. The reason for that is because we have the level of skills that are needed, right? And we're going to be introducing the information properly. Okay, so now let me teach you guys how to invite to an in-person event. Okay, very, very, very simple. You just need to practice. Okay. Um, the technique on inviting to an in-person event, I'm actually going to drop this in the chat right here as well. Okay. Boom, everyone in the meeting. Boom. Okay. So you guys can follow along on this in this text box that I've shared right here. So this is going to be very, very applicable to whoever it is that you're talking to. Okay. When you're first starting off, right? When you're first starting off, first you need to be organized. Okay. So if you don't have a list of at least 200 people that you know, right? And don't tell me you don't know 200 people that would be interested in this, right? Just put the names down. Okay. We all know 200 people, right? Friends, family, classmates, teammates, right? Friends of teammates, friends of classmates, right? Dogs. And then you want to put them on a list. It can be on paper, it can be on Google Sheets, right? And I can share all those resources to you. And essentially then you just start inviting, right? It's that simple, right? And then you stay organized along the way. But I'm going to do a little bit of role play right here. Jay, can you unmute real quick and then let me role play with you?
Yeah, I got you, brother.
Cool. Okay, guys. So basically, I'm going to be inviting Jay, my friend, to the event. Okay, guys. So, and you guys can follow along in the text right here. Yo, Jay, how you doing, bro?
What's going on, boss?
What's good? What's good? I'm actually about to walk into a meeting right now, but I'm really glad I caught you, man. Dude, listen, one thing I appreciate about you, Jay, and I got to tell you is that you're such a hard worker, but not only that, you're such a genuine person every single time I see you, and I hear that from everybody else that I talk to, right? And that's actually why I'm calling you. What are you doing this Monday at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m.?
I don't think I have anything planned. Why?
Are you sure you're free, bro?
Yeah, I think I'm free.
Okay, awesome, bro. Well, dude, I just bought a $30 ticket to this investing in business mastermind at a church. It actually comes with a few free ticket codes. And although I'm going to ask others, I wanted to give you an opportunity to come first. I know there's going to be like, six, seven-figure speakers there. So if I sent you the registration link with the free code, would you pull up with me?
Well, it may be. I mean, what time is it?
It's at 7 p.m. on Monday. And
Okay.
I can pick you up too.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think I can do that.
Man, it's gonna be a free ticket. So if you didn't, I was gonna tell someone else. But all
Okay.
right, yeah, just send me your address, bro, and I'll come pick you up at like 6 o'clock.
Awesome. Awesome. Sounds good,
All
brother.
right, cool. See you then. Boom. Right. So Jay, he was pretty easy with that. Jay could have asked me like, oh, what is it? Tell me more about what it's about. I told him a little bit anyway, and you honestly don't even need to, right? If you guys are talking to entrepreneurial friends, you can just say it's a networking event, right? If it's someone that you already know that wants to get into investing, right? You can just tell them it's an investing mastermind, right? So breaking down these steps a little bit, guys, is the first thing I did was obviously I said, hey, but I said that I'm actually about to walk into a meeting right now, right? I was in a hurry, right? I'm in a hurry, and there's a couple reasons for that, right? One is that people respect people that are busy. Okay. I don't want you guys to ever say that you're chilling, right? You're not chilling anymore. Even if you are chilling, right? You're busy. Okay. Say something like, oh, yeah, I'm about to go spend time with the family. I'm about to go to dinner. I'm about to go to the gym. I'm about to go into a meeting. So you're always in a hurry, right? Another reason is that oftentimes people don't want to talk to you for 30 minutes on the phone. Okay. So when you tell them that you're in a hurry, they're like, okay, well, I can listen for a little bit. Right. So they're a lot more inclined to be receiving the information, right? To be receptive. All right. So the next step, right? I gave him a compliment. It was a genuine compliment, right? That's the key. It has to be genuine. Okay. You don't need to say it every single time. Okay. But how often do you guys get compliments? Right? It's a scarcity in this world, and it's very, very upsetting, right? So if you have something nice to say, right, say it, right? And I said, that's actually why I called you. Okay. Keep in mind, guys, if you're talking to a negative person, right, you can still give them a compliment, right? You could be like, hey, one thing I appreciate about you is that, you're very, very critical, and you're very cynical. And that's actually why I called you, right? And then what? And you'll be like, oh, what are you doing Monday at 7? They'll tell you they're free, right? Be like, well, I just bought this $30 ticket to this like investing mastermind, and it's this business that I'm looking to get started and just like expand my expertise. But I wanted to make sure that it was something worthwhile, and I get a few free ticket codes as well. So honestly, you're one of the people that I know would give me all the bare bone like kinks or the reasons why it won't work out to give me some good perspective. So if I sent you the registration link with the free code, would you pull up with me and provide some perspective? Right? You could talk to a negative person and invite them if you want to, right? If it's someone that has a lot of ego, okay, I would go about it in a different way. Okay. It's like, hey, like, do you happen to know anybody that's ambitious, money driven? Um, and I know that you know a lot of people, right? It's like anybody that's entrepreneurial and wants to elevate in life. What they're thinking is like what? That's who I am. Right? Why aren't you asking me? They're like, oh, I mean, what do you got going on, bro? Like, I can do that. Right? That's who I am too. Right. So there's different ways to go about it, guys. And I can also provide some resources on different videos that you can watch to train. Right. But the most important thing, guys, is going to be getting reps. Okay. So um I hope that makes sense for the technique, guys. Just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste this. Okay. When you have your list, right, for your compliment, but maybe before the call, plan the compliment that you're going to say, right? The less you stumble, the better, right? You want to be on and off these calls 30 seconds max, right? 30-second calls, boom, boom, boom. You're in a hurry. Remember, right? If they ask you, oh, what is it about? You're in a hurry. I can't talk right now. Do you want to come or not? Essentially, right? You can say it a little bit nicer, but this right here, guys, you're going to be able to invite so many people to these events, right? For me, when I first started this business, I was getting like 40 people to an event, and it was just me on the team pretty much, right? Inviting to these events. You know, so I'm telling you that this works, right? And that's the reason, that's a big reason why I'm here. You know, I've taught this concept a lot, and this is something that I want you guys to really, really focus on and practice, because this can make you so, so much money and help so many people, right? If this is the only thing that you're good at, right? If this is the only thing that you're good at, this is going to be one of the most effective things that you could be good at, right? So, if you do want to level up and get better at everything else, right, in this business, right, we also have a boot camp that we're building. Okay. Some of you guys weren't there for the launch call for the boot camp, right? And I'll drop the information in this chat. So, if you are looking to reach the highest levels of this business, this industry, right, there's going to be skills that you need to learn, right? Like I was mentioning earlier, I can't explain all those skills in one call. So what I did was I organized something to where you can learn all those skills, right? This month of September, guys, the reason why I'm doing this is because if you get 10 personal enrollments, right, within the month of September, right, the company will gift you $100,000 funded account, right? A prop firm, right? It'll gift you $100,000 account. Yes, you still have to pass the test, but now you don't have to pay $600, $700, $800 for a $100,000 account, right? Getting 10 people within the next 20 days, guys, is very, very, very doable, right? And the best way you can go about it is inviting as many people as possible to these events, right? It's going to happen on a weekly basis, right? We also have the Zoom calls every single night. If you want to go get it, you can go get it, right? Every single person that also gets started for this month of October or September, they also get a $10,000 trading account, right? And by the end of this month, we're also going to be launching an in-depth trading bootcamp to where they'll be able to utilize these accounts, right? You'll be able to utilize your account, right? And we can all pass these funded accounts together. Okay, guys, our goal is to get this collective right here and everyone else on the team to be funded traders, be live traders, right? And also be amazing business people, right? And having the most positive impact that we can as a community, right? Out of everybody, right? This team right here, our skills, our experience, our leadership, we're geared to take everyone and anyone to whatever level they want to achieve. They just have to go get it, right? So you guys have to go get it. This builders boot camp that I'm launching, right, with some of the other leaders, it's not required, right? It's not required for anybody. Okay. You have to opt in for this builders boot camp, right? And the way you're going to do it is follow these directions, right? You have to complete a form. You have to do this personality test, right? And if you really want to go do this, guys, there's going to be standards. There's going to be quotas that you have to hit, right? And you can get fired from this boot camp, all right? So if you're not serious about reaching all these levels that you're capable of achieving, right? Reaching those levels of passive income, reaching those levels of impact in your community, right? In the world, then don't opt in for this test, right? Don't opt in for this boot camp. Okay. I want to work with those that are trying to take things to the next level, right? To the utmost level, right? And that's okay if those aren't your goals, right? That's completely fine. Like we have a whole system where you can come in, tap to trade, learn how to trade, take it for yourself. You don't have to tell anybody about this, right? But if you're like me, right, you want to do everything that you possibly can to do all the things that I've been talking about, right? So with that, guys, I went over my time a little bit, got a little scrambled. But this next person that I want to bring up here, guys, is someone near and dear to my heart. I was actually just with him at the office pretty much all day, and I've been in business with him for about 4 years now, along with Josh. And he is someone that has completely changed the landscape and the timeline of the success that I've been able to have with this business, right? And he's someone that I had never met a single person that doesn't like him, right? He's helped thousands of other people, right, make money online across the entire world, not just myself, but luckily he just lives in Maple Grove, Minnesota, right? Just 20 minutes away. He like, and it's crazy to see his growth, right, as well. He's been my mentor for so long. But now since when we got partnered up to now, right? He's also owns a hedge fund, right? He's also had success in other businesses. And it's just a real privilege and pleasure to be able to call him a partner and a brother. Guys, drop some ones in the chat for my brother, Jay Patnode. Let's go.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? How are we doing? How are we doing? I appreciate it. Big dog tip, man. Can you guys give some sevens in the chat for Mr. Tippa? He's always putting down the fire. He's an absolute stud. And the crazy thing is this is just the start for him, right? Like he has came so far in such a, you know, short amount of time because when he actually put his mind and his effort to it, it was like night and day. He just became a boss by putting in the time, energy, and effort, right? Like that's the thing with this business is you can become whoever you want, however you want, just by one being around the fire, but two wanting it, right? Putting towards that effort, becoming coachable and teachable. And that's why, I got to thank him, man. He's a freaking stud, a hustler, a lot more developed than I was at his age. And so it's awesome. So thanks everybody for being on the call. I won't hold you guys up for too much longer. I've got some things I want to share with you guys, just some different tips and tricks and things that helped me out in my career. So I'm 27 years old. I've been in the industry since I was about 22-ish, right? Been full-time, been trading since I was like 2021, but been full-time since I was 22, 23. So the last 4 or 5 years, right? And I've been able to help other people reach the same full-time status, six-figure status, whatever it may be. And so my goal with these calls, what we try to do is just collapse timeframes, right? What took me 1, 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years, I want to be able to do that in half the amount of time for you guys. And that's what these calls are supposed to do, right? You're learning from other people's experiences, right? You're taking what they have done, taking the wrong part about it out, and then doing the correct part, right? What I learned from my mentor who did it in 10 years, I was able to do it in 5 years. And what I do in 5, hopefully you guys can do in 2 or, or 1 or whatever it may be. So, thank you guys for being on the call. And I appreciate you guys for staying here. You guys are serious about having success and, making it this far is the first step, right? The first step in the right direction. And all you got to do is just put one foot forward and put the other foot forward, then put the other foot forward, and by the time you are at your destination, right? And so let me jump into some different stuff for you guys, right? Within the industry, I want to set a baseline for you guys, right? This industry, it can be hard. Anything in entrepreneurship is hard. Building a business is hard, right? It's all hard, right? I like to say, working 40 hours a week is hard. Working 40 hours a week on your business is hard. Being broke is hard. Being rich is hard. Being in a relationship is hard. Being single is hard. Choose your hard, right? That's how I always look at it. It's choose your heart. Being broke is hard, being rich is hard, but choose your heart, right? It's going to take you a lot of effort to do a lot of things in life. But once you accomplish them, it's still going to be hard, but you can choose your heart. Choose the life that you want to live, right? I made a decision at 21, 22, and I said, F it. You know what? I'm going to take what comes with the ups and the downs of the entrepreneurship lifestyle, right? I knew what was in store for me. First year, ate shit, right? Did not do very well. But at the end of my second year, was making $10,000 a month, right? And I don't say that to brag or to boast or to impress, but to impress upon you that it's all going to be hard. But what hard would you rather have, right? Learning the skill of trading, it's going to be hard, right? It's okay. But it is so worth it once you get all of these things and you learn the skills, once you build a residual income, once you help other people, it is a blessing. And so I want to show you guys a couple different things, that I've been able to do, a couple different laws and rules and tips and tricks that I've lived by. And if you haven't been taking notes yet to this part, or this far, get it out, right? Like you guys are going to want to take notes on this, right? And the very first thing I want to talk about is, if you're going to become a leader in this business, what are some of the reasons? And I like to say, what are the 5 reasons on why people follow you, right? Like, what are the reasons why people follow you? And there's 5 distinct ones that I found in my career on why people choose to follow certain people. It's definitely a reason why I've chosen to follow certain people. And let's get this down, guys. So the very first one is people follow people because of, number one, is previous results. What did you do last year? What have you done you know, a couple of years ago, whatever it may be, right? Previous results. Have you hit ranks? Have you helped big organizations? Have you, you know, done well in trading? Have you been an entrepreneur? Have you had success, right? Number two is going to be your current results. You know, what are you doing right now? You know, what current results can you show? What have you done lately, right? Number three is integrity. I think this is a huge one, right? People follow people that have integrity. I know I don't want to follow someone that isn't, you know, leading with integrity, leading with, you know, the right heart, the right reasons, you know, leading with not only their best interest, but the interest of the team, right? Being real, telling the truth, your reputation. I think your reputation is one of the most important things in the entire world because it takes a lifetime to build, but it can take 5 seconds to destroy, right? It takes a lifetime to build a reputation, but within 1 minute, 5 seconds, one decision, you can destroy your entire reputation. So integrity is so huge. Number four, it's an incredible work ethic. And I want you guys to put this one down because this is one, along with integrity, that is super huge. Obviously, it's all important, but your work ethic, guys. You know, people don't want to follow lazy people. And if you're known to your crowd of people as a lazy person, it's okay. Because guess what? You can change it by putting that step forward. Right. It's one of those things where I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but if you see someone that's completely lazy, there's nothing attractive about it, if I'm being quite honest. Right. Whether it's in business, whether it's in a love life, it's nothing's attractive about a lazy person. And that's just the truth, right? In my life, I've always tried to strive for more, right? Because I understand that I don't want to follow someone that doesn't have either the same or a higher work ethic than me, right? So understand that you need to have an incredible work ethic. So the best thing I can tell you guys about that is the number one thing that I see with people is they blame other people, right? Do not blame other people. I have, there's something that over the last, I mean, since like probably like 6 or 7 years ago, one day I just woke up and said, everything is on you. I woke up, I think I was in college, and I was just like, everything is on you. You can't blame your upbringing. You can't blame your parents. You can't blame your friends. You can't blame your professor. You can't blame your coaches. You have to stop blaming people because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, you are in charge of your life. You are in control of what's next. And if it's not, then you need to pick a lane to be in control of, right? So you need to have an incredible work ethic. Number five, pleasing personality. You know, if you want to have people want to follow you, if you want to do attraction marketing instead of having to forcefully go get everybody yourself, you want to have an attraction marketing. Now, how many people on this call would love for people just to message them and they don't have to message anybody? Let's see some twos in the chat. If you'd rather people just come to you, let's see some twos in the chat, guys. Let's see if you'd rather have people come to you instead of you having to go to people. Well, these five things are the reason. That's how you'll be able to accomplish them, right? You know, a pleasing personality is number five. I want you guys to write that down. People need to, you know, you want people to get excited when they see you. You know, what type of energy do you bring to a room, right? When people see you, does it put a smile on their face, right? When you know when you're around them, when you're around, you know, these certain people, you know, do you know as a leader they have your best interest in heart? You know, do you know that they're not trying to steer you wrong, right? A pleasing personality is huge. So just to go over the five real quick, five reasons people follow you. One is previous results. You know, what have you done in the last year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? Two is current results. What have you done lately? You know, within, let's say, maybe the last 6 months to a year. Number three, integrity. You know, what type of person you are. Are you leading with love? Number four is an incredible work ethic. You know, do you have that undenying, unwavering work ethic? And number five is a pleasing personality. And so those are the five reasons why people want to follow you. And now I want to give you my 3 Ds of life. And these are the three things that I go ahead and live by and I use. And I tell people that if you can pick these three areas and know without a certainty or without uncertainty that you're going to go to certain places, then you'll be just fine. So the 3 Ds of this business. Number one is going to be desire, right? This is the base. This is the baseline for everything, right? Any goal you want to accomplish in this world, if you want to hit 6 figures, if you want to hit 7 figures, if you want to become a full-time trader, a full-time business builder, you're going to need desire. You know, how bad do you really want it? And the easiest way we like to categorize it is what's your why, right? Why are you waking up every single day? I know mine. Do you guys know what's the reason that you're in this business? Is it just for money? That's cool if it is. I mean, I love money. I'd say just as much as the next man, but I love it more than the next man. So I can't blame you for that. But why? What is going to be the reason that makes you go the extra mile when tough times are tough? Because that's just what it is, right? So desire is number one. The second D is direction. Do you have a direction? Do you have a plan? Simple. You can have all, you have to understand that you can be fired up, but you also need a plan. And these all three come in tandem. You got to have all three of these when I tell you the last one. But you got to have the desire. You got to have the actual will. You got to have the direction. Do you have a set plan that you're going to run through every single day to help you get from A to B, from B to Z, right? And I'm going to give you guys my step by step of stuff that I do on a daily basis after this. And the third one is a decision. Third one is a decision. You got to burn that bridge. You got to burn that bridge. One thing I've realized is when it comes to knowledge, you can't unlearn something. That's kind of the beautiful thing in life, but it's also scary for people because once you see what type of life there is, or once you see what you can do when you actually reach these goals, or you've seen people that have hit these goals, it's hard. You can't unlearn it, right? Like knowing what my mentors have been able to accomplish, there's no way that I can quit because I love the life that they lead. They live a life of integrity. They make a lot of money. They get to take care of their family. They get to have freedom. I haven't worked a job in 5, 6 years. It's the best thing in the world. Through the ups and the downs, it's the best thing in the world. I wake up in the morning, I get to work out. I live with my best friend and big business partner. It's fantastic, right? And so you need to make a decision that you are going to go ahead and give your all to this. And you're going to give a year, 2 years, 3 years. What's your timeline, right? How long are you willing to give it for the goals that you want to have in this entire industry, right? So the biggest thing that you can do is make that decision, guys. And so I want to give you guys two different things before I jump off on here. And the first one is going to be, you might have seen them in the chats, but your daily goals for success. A lot of people, they want direction, right? They don't know necessarily where that direction is going to be. So let me just show you guys. This is what we call the daily goals. Can you guys see my screen? Correct? Thumbs up? Thumbs up, guys? Okay. These are the daily goals to hit 50K, right? $12,000 a month in residual passive income, right? Number one is going to be contact 10 new people a day about your business. Follow up with 10 old people about your business. Post on social media 3 to 5 times a day. It can be on any social media platform that you possibly want. It can be Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I don't know if you can do it on LinkedIn or not. I'm not really too sure. But anything that you possibly want. And what I do is I post on all three of them, right? Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I just take the exact same thing and post it on every platform. Um, Personal development for 30 minutes a day. So, what are you doing to strengthen your mind, your belief, your leadership skills, your network marketing skills, right? And you can utilize Eric Worre's audio. You can YouTube it. You can literally YouTube how to build a network marketing business, right? What about Matt Morris, who we have at the end? And this is in the chats as well. If you don't, I can put this in the chats also, but this is in the chats. Number 5 is using the products or service, right? Are you actively learning? Are you actually taking trades? Are you using Tap to Trade? Are you using the educator signals? Are you getting on the calls? Number 6 is promote the most recent upcoming Akashics trading event, right? Like we're doing one on Monday. 7, message in the team group chats every single day. Be around the fire. Be an active participant. We have a Wi-Fi money chat. We have a one mission chat. Be active in that. We have a trade talk chat. If you want to talk about trading, if you want to send in your trades, post in the trade talk chat, and I'll, for the best of my ability, rate them on what I think, right, on how I feel about the business or about the trade setup. 8, set up and complete 3 to 5 presentations a day. You should aim for 3 to 5. They say 3 to 5 presentations a day keeps the job open. And I heard that when I first got in the industry, and I've strived for that every single day. And then number 9 is sign up 1 new personal enrollment every single day. Now, are you going to do that every single day? But if you strive for it, I always say shoot for the stars, and if you miss, you might land on the moon. Still a pretty good place to be. So understand these are the daily goals, and then we have the Apple Music link to Eric Worre's GoPro. If you haven't listened to that, that's a great starting place. I call it the Network Marketing Bible. Eric Worre, the godfather of network marketing, and then YouTube, Matt Morris. He has tons and tons of content of just amazing tips, tricks, and ways to become a better network marketer. I first got into this. I didn't necessarily have like a bunch of mentors that were helping me out, right? Like it wasn't as accessible. What I did was use YouTube University. right? And then once I got to a certain level, then mentors came to me because they say that the mentor will appear to the mentee when the mentee is ready. And so for me, that really didn't happen until about $5,000 a month. And so understanding that you have an unlimited library of YouTube University to have massive success. Um, oh, thanks, Tipple. You posted in the chat. So if you want to copy that, put it in your notes, that'd be great. And so one of the last things I want to talk about with you guys is just bought my ticket today. We are going to Dubai with the whole entire company and squad on October 25th. It's going to be freaking fantastic. I'm so excited. We have 5 days of jam packed out fun, right? It's going to be obviously we have an event where we'll learn a lot of that, but we have exploring the city, nighttime, rides around, cruises, a full Abu Dhabi city tour, beach experience, a desert safari, an adventure. I'm trying to get on some camels, guys. I need to get on a camel. Uh, did different excursions and things like that, and so it's all included within the ticket. It's 18.99, and that's for a 2 room. So you can, split that with somebody if you want to do it. If you want to talk to me about Dubai and you want more information, feel free to reach out to me. This is my number. I'll put it in the chat, and I can help you out um, with everything and bookings and what flights we're gonna get in, times we're gonna get in. But it is the 25th through the 30th. So 6 days. We'll be getting there a day early and then leaving, I think, like that the next day afterwards. So I think we'll be there for around 7 days. But if you guys want to attend and you want to be around the fire, you want to be around, you want to get to meet people, you want to have an awesome vacation. Our plane ticket was around 850. So 850 and then like 949 for the event ticket. It is going to be amazing, right? It's going to be the time of the year, and I'm super excited for that, guys. It's going to be a freaking blast. But if you guys actually want to go, feel free, reach out to me, text me, and we can talk more about it. But to finish off the call, thank you guys for staying on. I know we've been on here for about an hour 10, right? The one thing I want to leave you guys with is you are right now in the position to have the most success in your entire life in this industry. With this product, with the service, with the education, with the group of people, with the things we're willing to do to help you, it's never going to be easier than this. I can guarantee it. I've been in this for the last half a decade or close to a decade, however long it's been, and it's never been this easy. The price point, the product, the people, the group. I am excited. I have every single day since we joined, I've woke up just ecstatic because I know what we can accomplish. And so I'm excited to help you guys hit whatever your goals are, right? If you want to become a master trader, I'm excited to help you with that. If you want to go hit 10K, 20K a month in the residual side of the business, I can help you do that, right? All you have to do is just be coachable and teachable and have a burning desire to have success. And I'll be right there to help you all along the way. And so if you want to reach out to me, I got my number in there. You can follow me on Instagram as well. Just my name, JAYPATNODE. Feel free to reach out. Talk to me about your goals. What do you want to accomplish in this business? How can I help you? Because my goal is to help you with your goals, and then we can all reach our goals, right? But that being said, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic night tonight. Thank you guys for getting on the call. I love you guys. This is always my favorite time of the week, and I hope you guys have a blessed night. Peace.